What's poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We got some more daily Digimon footage for y'all. I've been trying to scrub through these and try and find more varied footage, but there's a lot of Tyrant in my recordings for some reason. And one of them, it was when we were doing table 5 and under, and the Tyrants were on mid tables, and then there's now back to top tables, and there's Tyrant on top tables. Got KnTElixar double agility training to make up for that Chikiri and Gary, but because he couldn't get rid of the Gary, it's going to turn into a Numemon, which is going to hit the third training. However, this does seem a little bit like a brick, but maybe Brad just setting up for the next turn. Either way, we're going to have the Numemon pushed out. I'm going to choke him to 2, which all in all, not a bad start. We are going to push up, which either implies that we're cycling for a new rookie, or we do have the full list. Whoa, there comes the training, and still no 4. Yeah, so we're pushing up so that way he can try and cycle a rookie, I think. Unfortunately, he is a 1k body, so none of the Digimon that he can swing over there, like he can't even crash because everything's 2k or higher. We are going to finally see that Numemon die and float into a Gere. Gere is going to pitch 2, and then we're going to set up, we're going to swing in. I'm going to swing in, put the last check on. It feels like there weren't even really that many 4s there. We're going to go... Did we have Numemon? No, we do not have the Numemon, so it's going to cost 3. It's going to clear the body. Rookie, and yeah, game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Don't you hate it when you're in this situation? Trying to find the number on the dice to show how much DP gain your card has received. It's also unreadable. Now let's take a look at if you had some lovely markers from Conquest Collectibles. Right here you can see it's a lot quicker, a lot simpler, and a lot more efficient. Not only that, but you are signing yourself up to some high quality resin handcrafted markers available in purple, yellow, green, both light and dark, black, orange, and many more to your liking. So grab yours today from Conquest Collectibles, links in the description.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that sometimes like you don't see anything that you need, but we do get to see a chance for us to talk about our members at the mega level. Just as Josh, an ultimate here on YouTube, as well as a tier 3 on Twitch. And then over on YouTube we do have 3 ultimates. We do have 3 Strike Will on the left, Tommy Tricks on the 6, and Tommy NT. We do have game 2, starting off with the KnTElixar, and this time Numemon for 3. Searches the top, and we are going to be taking the Izzy, which means we probably have the 4. 1 cost Evo in the back here for the Ukomon. And Uko going to play the Numemon, but no Satsuki to give it rush, and even then it wouldn't matter. Gonna swing the Dokude, and then setting up the Izzy I don't hate, because this stops you from playing this like back and forth choke game. Numemon not really known to have memory setters all that often, so it does help you play things a little bit closer. It's going to see a Tyrant as we're going to float into the Numemon. Numemon going to load the Satsuki, which gets the rush swing, so nice little double tap there. Numemon X going to play out the Geremon. Geremon pitch 2 is going to get the draw, and then we're going to have the Uko go in, so 3 Strike will really pushing the envelope as fast as they can go. We are actually going to play out here, so we do have the Blake Agumon. The problem is we don't really have much in this in terms of like, I don't know where he goes from here. Like, we're gonna get the +6, and then end of turn is gonna get to attack, and he is unaffected by Digimon effects. So that's what he's just double checking. Like, realistically, he's just trying to figure out whether he can blast Evo or not. The answer is no. He is gonna do it anyway. By the way, it's still going to swing through. Oh, it's to try and threaten 2 checks at security. So, when the Valk swings, it would get the sec +1, but then this allows him to redirect in. Just doing a little bit of maths there, as we're just going to quickly change out to 3+5, using one of the Vanguard markers as well as one from Conquest Collectibles. Ooh, Blast Evo. Still protected, I think. So suspend and pop the Satsuki, as well as suspends the Valcase. Ooh, very, very nice. So it takes 2 checks off the board here, which does keep him pretty safe. And then, of course, the Izzy redirect. We are on an Overflow 7 stack, should this die. So we're going to go Ruin mode here, where the end of turn we lose... At the end of turn, we lose the Valkyrie because it's now expired. And then we're -5. Again, the minus dice provided by Conquest Collectibles. Then we're going to go into Tyrant. And Tyrant is going to play out the... Wait, does it have enough DP? Because we're under -5. I'm assuming we're plus DP or something. Because I'm pretty sure it's a 4K body, the Kuwagamon. Alright, swing, become unaffected, and is +2 as a result now. Chooses actually to swing over the... Chooses to swing at security rather than the body. Is locked down thanks to the Grand Kuwaga Ace. I guess it would be kind of annoying for the Ruin mode to -10 the board, so I guess that's why he's waiting. Because now, +3 with the Tento gets to go somewhere. What is he going to suspend? He's going to put the +3 and suspend himself. But the +3 going to go onto the Grand Kuwaga. Now Kuwagamon. Yeah, that looks like 4K to me. Alright. Going to load it full of X antibodies to push up to a 6K body. So now, both of them are clear. Again, swinging into security rather than going in for a lockdown. +8 here, and then becomes +1, but either way, end of turn, bottom deck. I guess keeping it out of trash works out, and then we're going to end of turn go for the bottom deck, which is what gives us the overflow, so we can then build up into 2 level 5s. Gonna go for a Monze, as Monze is going to load up and then presumably sec -1 the... Oh, interesting. They both have piercing. So now we're going to unsuspend. One of them is on -3 as it unsuspends. And the sec -1. They did warn me that there was a lot of maths being done in this one, and I totally now understand where they're coming from. Game 2, an actual real game where we get to do things. Samadhi Sun, he for the 1 cost suspends the KnTElixar to suspend the Monze, and then chooses to swing at the Monze. Monze therefore clears off 2 thanks to the minus. Oh, he was not clearing the Monze. Instead, we're swinging at security, which means then because we're -5, we get to pop an 8K, so then gets to pop the Metal Life. So full board reset there. And then we're going to go for a training to keep the number small, find a brand new Tyrant. We do have 2 redirects though, so the Valkyriemon is kind of awkward to get around. The Blade Kuwaga does make it higher than listed stats. I think it's a 16K redirect. Death X would be -12 cost, so still 8. Still too much, and it is, you know, protected anyway. Alright, straight out of raising. Tentomon hits him with the Super Shocker. And then we're going to go into the Blade Kuwagamon. The Chef shows up. The Absolute Weapon is going to turn into a Meta Life, which is now +9. So that would be a 16K body over the Valk, but I mean, if we get Valked again, Lamau. I think the safest thing is to go for a low pass. Samadhi, suspend, and then use the Meta Life, which is big enough now to bottom deck the Valkyriemon. Then we're going to go into Tyrant for the full 6 cost, and then Tyrant going to play out the Mega Kabuterimon, which is then going to be +3 from its on play, and then that's enough to bottom deck, which then, of course, gets rid of the Nume X source. So again, continuing to keep things difficult here for the 2 of them. 2 redirects plus a Meta Life as a redirect as well. So there's 3 redirects on board. And again, Morgan just continues to have to try and dig to try and actually find his way around this wall. Very, very difficult situation to be in. See that early Nume pressure? This still isn't quite enough to work out. No eggs to go. And then, ooh, we do actually finally have the Death X, but again, double protected, so all you'd be doing is slamming the body that is probably getting bottom decked at the end of turn. But at the very least, the Tyrants are going to suspend each other in order to make themselves protected, so no matter what, like, you should be in trouble. Or I guess, I mean, as long as you suspend the lowest play cost, which would be the Mega Kabuterimon, it's unaffected anyway, so then you still get to apply that pressure. It is going to go for the -5, but it doesn't linger. Or does it? Okay, it does linger. Yes, of course it. Huh. Either way, the +3s do fade, of course, when it starts, and then the clear is there. Oh, yes, there's the linger of the Valk. It doesn't matter about the -5, but because there was 4 bodies on board, that's -8 to the body, so as soon as it unsuspends, it gets melted. That's what happened. Alright. Suspend 2 with the Grand Quagga, and then the Tyrant's going to suspend in order to bottom deck the Monze X. Both Tyrants suspending once again, which means this Death X is pretty dead in hand. You'd have to basically just catch him sleeping. I think we're in the position where Morgan really can't actually go for any further, like, any further value. Alright, swing, attempt to go for 2 checks is going to go through, and then there it is, we're going to game 3. Whilst we're shuffling up for game 3, though, I want to say a thank you to all of our champions. They get bonus content, like, from the podcast 1 month early. They got some new stuff recently. Shinikari, Coffee Days, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, and Seb Bainbridge Coombs. And then at the rookies, we do have Bradley Rob on the right, and Greatness Beam. Shout out to our DigiEggs as well. Whilst we're doing everyone, we do have Jambo TCG, John Esposito, Cast Knights, and Walters Razors. And we do have the 1-cost joke, the illusion of going first. You can basically have that going second feeling whilst also getting a body out. The Uko sets up a brand new Uko in the back, and we're just going to see Memsetter for Memsetter. It'd be kind of expensive, so I'd prefer to see some sort of game action first, but we're just going to have a 6-cost memory setter. Quagamon going to make it so that if the mat goes sideways, it will not unsuspend at the start of his turn. I actually don't hate that. Going to get a suspension here on the Uko, and then we're going to swing Bug Blitz, presumably, straight through it. PSing 1, and we are 10k over 9, so we are safe. Never mind, 11k over 9. Do have the redirect, of course, now with the Izzy in the back. So this Ukamon would just be swinging in and dying for no reason. Gonna go Nume X drop straight here. But it looks kind of rough. Ooh, taunt. -3k, force it to swing. So it goes down to +1, and then start of turn goes down to -3. So this is a 4-cost body, which is then going to get cleared by the Valcase. So decent reset here. And we're just going to see the green memory boost. Has to start digging from the back. So KnTElixar, and then playing something to board will take the security minus off the board. But just dropping the green missile is going to suspend and bot deck, and then it's going to make it so the Ukamon does not unsuspend if it, you know, if it lives the security check. Going to go for the Garamon, we're going to go for a pitch to draw 2. Matt Ashida is now going to be able to go sideways comfortably. Go into the Monze X, no protoforms, so we are just going to get double draw off of the 2 Sunomons. Going to swing in, both of them going to die into 2 level 6 aces, which is pretty rough. You now really don't have to respect the level 5s being aced as much as we saw in game 2. Catching him when he was on top of it, I think, was really, really important. We're going to get the lockdown effect, then we're going to suspend the Monze X +3 as well. But still needs a little bit more than that to be able to go over it. So we are going to go into the Tyrant for 6 costs, which is going to be a lot. We're going to see the promo, and then we're going to swing through the Monze X. I actually think I would have preferred to see the Tyrant effect go first. just to be safe, just in case there was a chance of a Valcase. Obviously, it'll be printing overflow back, so it makes a lot of sense for him to just let it rock. But it would have been something to note that you could have potentially lost that Kuwagamon body. 6 memory, though, is a lot. I was going to say especially if you can climb up, but no climbing here at all. Instead, just going to slam the Monze and keep turn. Going to go for a Louis for 3, is going to push out the Ukomon. And we're already out of eggs. It's crazy how fast he cycles through them. And we're going to slam the Numemon, which now then means that it will be the 4. What, -8 to presumably Tyrant. Ooh. So it was -3'd. It was -3'd, it was -3'd, and then -8. But it's got an all turns +1. So -6, -8 is 14. So it's a 1k Tyrant right now. Very unfortunate there from Morgan. He did the maths correct for listed stats, but the promo Kuwagamon actually the difference. I can't even say wallet diff because like the RB1 Monzes are kind of expensive, so wallet equalized. Oh, slams the body. The Grand Kuwaga Ace suspend 2, and then use the Grand Kuwaga Ace to bot deck the Monze X. I can't even tell what the better target would be, because I would like to say that it's Monze X was the better target. Because it, you know, forces him to be on better habit to get a new Monze X, but at the same time, getting rid of the Monze prevents the second one from showing up, but then you're at the risk of still getting caught on the Linger, and as we've seen, he's capable of doing it on the Linger. Gonna slam for 7, and then gain back 2 off of the Nume blocker source being put under. And the Rush Satsuki one, as much as you're not always finding the space for the Satsuki, the blocker inherit on your... The blocker inherit being on your Monzes is so important now, especially with the Blast Evos. You're making them smaller, and then you're being able to block, so you don't even have to trade a security in order to get the deletion most of the time. 5 bodies on board is a whole lot, and Brad has to try and figure out whether he wants to try and play for the clear. We're going to go 2-cost Evo over the Grand Kuwaga, which is then going to play Dokune. Dokune then goes sideways, and it picks up a green card, so searchable HBD. Monka S. Who needs trainings? I don't even see where the +3 has gone from the Tento, so who knows. Ashpedit. Suspend, go into Mega Kabuterimon Ace for 0. Then going to go +3. And then the 3rd Tyrant hits the board. And then all 3 of them are going to suspend each other in order to get the triple bot deck. And then we are in turn 0 of overtime. Very cool turn marker there. Thanks to Conquest Collectibles. A very cool idea. It was actually Brad's idea to make that a product, just a cheeky little overtime marker. And as you can see, it just makes it so much easier to know for, you know, these sped up videos, just where we are in time proceedings. So turn 0 is there, so now we're on turn 1. You can see the arrow now points to Brad. Alright, training gonna come down for 2. Ooh, Santi. It's going to send it to the bottom. I guess as long as he manages to make himself bigger than... Oh, okay. So suspend to get rid of the ace allows him to keep turn. And then we're going to double play, and he is digging for something. And then end of turn is going to suspend the big Tyrant in order to get rid of the Death X. And then down comes the Valk Ace in response. Manages to clear 3. And we went from turn 2 to turn 3, so that was the final turn there for 3-strike rule. Now the question is, does Brad have game on board, or is this going to end in a draw? Training crack for 0 is going to push us into the depths of DP gain. Oh, and we're going to try and kill. We're gonna suspend, and we're gonna kill off the tamer. Swing hits for the 2 checks, and that is going to be it. Just barely in OT. We're gonna see Tyrant take it over Nume. Very, very fun back and forth game once both sides actually got to play. And if you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button on your way out and double check that you are subscribed. We're trying to hit 3K by the end of the year. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.